We're talking about Wonder Woman in this video, and this is of course the topic that people have brought up, Wonder Woman and her movie. But you know what, I thought we just got this new TV spot that maybe showed a little too much about the movie, a little too far into things that we've seen before. It's kind of doomsday-y. Yeah, who gives a shit? A little like when we saw Doomsday in the Batman v Superman final trailer. And we did know Ares was going to be in this movie. We knew that. We saw the figure reveal. That it kind of came as a shock to some people that Ares was going to be in this. Interesting design, interesting look for Ares. But I wanted to talk about Wonder Woman and why this movie is so important for cinematic universes going forward and for female directors going forward. This is the first big budget female-led superhero movie we've had. I know what you're thinking. Yes, we have had Catwoman. Well, that bombed. And that's not part of a cinematic universe. The landscape has changed so much since 2008, where everybody's trying to be a big cinematic universe. And you know what? It's a good thing. It can be a bad thing. It depends how you view it. But when you do something like DC, I think it's a really good thing that they're trying to do a universe like Marvel. And I'm not going to compare the two, but there are, of course, some things you can say. But they beat Marvel to this. They're putting out Wonder Woman in the next couple of months, June 2nd, I think, around that time. That is a big, bold step in a really great direction. Wonder Woman being the movie, she's probably one of the most important icons in female characters ever. She's just such a powerful figure, somebody that people can look up to and respect and tolerate. And I just love everything Wonder Woman stands for and everything she represents. And I'm so glad we are finally getting her in a movie. And it's such an important character in this terms of where she stands in the Justice League and alongside these other heroes like Superman and Batman. She's such an important character to put in the figure. And now that we're finally getting a movie of her, 75 years later, we're finally getting a Wonder Woman movie, female-led movie that's a superhero that people can respect and relate to, and they can appreciate everything going on there. And that's in World War II, a time when women would stay back in... in World War I. Was it World War I? Fuck, I can't remember. In one of the world wars, when, you know, women, they're not big into the war, that like nurses maybe, but she's in there, you can see her fighting in the grounds, and she's helping the soldiers, and that's such an important story part. I really want to see them do justice in this movie. Something like that where you just get to see her in action in one of the world wars, and she's just fighting her way alongside the soldiers, and she's being part of that, and she's holding her own. There's this common thing like, to be feminine, you can't be masculine. But Wonder Woman, she is masculine, but she's got this femininity about her that I really think it's relatable and a lot of people can understand and strive to be like her. And the fact that this movie, this big blockbuster movie opening up in the summertime around the same time as these other movies like Spider-Man and Pirates of the Caribbean, all these male-driven movies, is led by a female director, Patty Jenkins. That is such a big, bold step in the right direction for DC and for all these people. And I really want this movie to be important and so impactful for the reason that we have a female director doing a big budget movie like this. You go back to even last year, 3% of the biggest movies were only directed by women. 3%. 3% of the biggest, and there's so many movies that came out, and it's just such an impactful, interesting thing. We need to see more of this. Patty Jenkins is a great director. I want to see her strive in this, do something great. And I think Wonder Woman is a perfect movie to do that. Both of these things can just like live symbiotically together, and if it works, we can have so much more of the female-led movies and female-directed movies, because I think it's going to be such a great experience for young women just to figure out and learn these kind of things going forward about how, you know, strong female characters can be represented on film with female-led directors just in a bunch of different ways. And I gotta say, I can't believe DC beat Marvel to this, because I thought, you know, Captain Marvel is coming out. They announced that, but that's not until 2019. This is 2017, and we're already getting that from DC. That's where I have to give big props to DC, and that's why this movie is so important, because going forward, it's going to give new filmmakers, female filmmakers, bigger opportunities to do certain things and just experience other things going forward that they maybe wouldn't get a chance to experience. So I encourage everybody, when the time comes, go out and see Wonder Woman. Go out and see it twice if you love the movie. This movie has to make money. It has to be well received. And I really hope it does. I really hope it does. And I really, really hope there's more Ares than just like a little glimpse of him that we did see in the trailer. because that would ruin it for me. I really want this movie to be good. It's an important movie, something that really matters to, I think, everybody involved in making it, and to females and anybody out there who just wants to see a strong representation of women on screen in a role that's not like, you know, a young adult way. Because that's a lot of stuff we do see of female-led things as young adult. But this seems so impactful, so important. Patty Jenkins, Gal Gadot, thank you for making this movie, and thank you, Warner Brothers, for allowing her to have the opportunity to do this. It's a big deal for everybody involved, and I cannot wait to see this movie. Wonder Woman, thank you.